The Mad Lads actually did it. They went ahead and made another needless Civ 6 DLC pack, and my god, I am going to buy it, but I have to say that, one, not only was I not expecting this, but two, Firaxis has come up with another reason for us to spend money on Civ 6, and that said, it looks like they are throwing the baby out with the prospective backwater because humankind is not in too good of a shape. So it seems like they're coming back to rein in the 4X sandbox genre, and with that, I want to get into the Civ 6 leader pass. So if we go to the Steam page, you'll notice a few interesting details pop out immediately. First of all, there are no pictures at all for the display. In fact, this screenshot was taken before Rise and Fall. You can tell by the little icon here that doesn't even have the era ticker, and you can see the DLC civs here. Interestingly enough, for whatever reason, it doesn't have Rise and Fall, but it has a civ from the New Frontier Pass, so it really makes you think. I think they're also trying to tease some of the new abilities for this leader here. They haven't put a portrait out for her. If I had to guess, I would assume that this leader has something related to generating extra amenities and then reaping the rewards of that, kind of similar to what Scotland has going with their Scottish Renaissance ability for the civilization. I think there is something related to that, but I can't quite discern what these specific bonuses are here. And interestingly enough too, they do have faith going on. The regular Congo civ also gets faith, but they can build holy sites, as you see right here. So she can actually earn profits, which adds a bit more complexity to her gameplay style. Not only do you get this for free, but it seems that the content wave for this pack is going to extend all the way from November to March, which is going to be quite a while for Civ 6 development. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem there's going to be any console support, so if you are an Xbox or PS4 or PS5 player even, you will have to be waiting a bit to update your Civilization pack there. So that is going to be unfortunate news to hear for some of you, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make to get some new Civ 6 content, so it is what it is. Last but not least, the juicy tidbits we've all been waiting for. The first pack, which is called the Great Negotiators Pack and is releasing on November 21st, will be including Abraham Lincoln, Queen Mbande Nzinga, and Sultan Saladin, who leads Arabia. Lincoln and Nzinga are new leaders that are coming to Civ 6, but Sultan Saladin is a pre-existing leader that was introduced in the base game, and he will receive a persona similar to what Rough Rider Teddy does. Pack number 2 is the Great Commanders Pack, which seems to be militarily focused. It includes Tokugawa, Nader Shah, and Suleiman, who is receiving a persona. Now, this pack seems to be a bit more oriented on the bludgeoning your enemies to death side with a wooden stick, so I think Tokugawa and Nader Shah will have some militarily related abilities, but Suleiman the Magnificent, already being militarily focused, is going to have an interesting twist, I assume, because he is devoted to sieges. So maybe he has something related to different kinds of warfare, like managing infantry or even buffing his Janissaries further to coincide with his unique governor. Our Civ 6 China fans are going to be excited to hear about the Rulers of China pack, which features Qin Shi Huang the Unifier, Wu Zetian, and Yongle. Qin Shi Huang is already a vanilla base game Civ leader, but Yongle and Wu Zetian are entirely new. Wu Zetian had actually been featured in Civ 5 as the sole leader of China, so it's going to be interesting to see how they continue to develop where she left off on Civ 5. Perhaps they add some new espionage or even a new governor, kind of like what Suleiman had with his debut in Gathering Storm, and I'm not sure what Yongle will do, but I assume Qin Shi Huang's persona will have a bit more in terms of military focus. The fourth pack, Rulers of the Sahara, seems to be giving Africa a much needed flavor, and it covers in specific North Africa, like kingdoms such as Mali, which has been previously introduced with Mansa Musa, and then Egypt with Ramses. Finally, Ptolemaic Cleopatra is a new persona, and that will be featuring probably something that is in lines with her cultured past. Maybe she has bonuses relating to relics, but I'm most excited personally to see Ramses. Floods have been such a crucial part of Egypt's past as a kingdom that has spanned over 1,000 years, and I think Ramses is the guy to kind of tie that into his unique abilities. From what we've seen of him in Civ 5, I think he'll have a lot more relation to spamming wonders and getting production from floods, so if he can kind of harbor that and those amazing gameplay features from disasters and Gathering Storm, I think he would be off to a great start. I think I speak for everyone when I say that Seon-duk was not the most anticipated leader for Korea when she was initially introduced in Rise and Fall. So with that, aside from I guess the Civ fanatics fans over there, I think Civ in general is trying to mend those broken bridges, so to say, with Seojong, which they're introducing with the Great Builders Pack, and then Theodora and Ludwig II. We know a lot already about Theodora from her inclusion with Civ 5 and her erotic, I guess, introduction for some of the fans. Personally, not for me, but I know a lot of fans were bedazzled by her, to say the least. Ludwig II was known as the Swan Prince, and it seems like he will have a lot more to do with cultural artifacts and sponsoring great people like he did during his historical reign. Last but not least, just in case you weren't satisfied with England's inclusion in Civ 6, they are introducing an entirely new dedicated pack for the Rulers of England's pack. So this DLC will be including Harald Hardrada for his alternate persona, Elizabeth I, and a new Victoria persona. So that's going to be interesting. The Harald persona is called Varangian Guard, so maybe he has a bit more to do with rating. I don't know if you could have any more rating for Harald, but you know, never enough violence for these people. Elizabeth I and her trade deals are going to be the most anticipated, I believe. She's going to have some probably pretty interesting memes for her. She's gonna have the trade deal quote, I can guarantee you. That's not even in question, but maybe she has some more mercantile maritime abilities. Who knows until we see the final product. In the meantime, while the pack is releasing very, very soon on November 21st, I can't believe it is so close. They are doing a promotional blitzkrieg, so to say. If you want to help support the channel, please check out my other video where I go much more in depth with the individual teas, how we found out about the leak, and some of the leaders such as Abraham Lincoln and the new Congo leader, Nzinga. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been 4Extraordinaire. Love you guys, and I hope to see you guys later. All right, peace.